terms of risk management, both the National Audit Office and the Government Internal Audit Agency have criticised the Office's risk management. I note the importance you give it in your letter to us. But in May, in the Public Accounts Committee, you told the committee that in lots of areas we were very effective at risk management. How do you square those two things?
Well, I think I also said at the Public Accounts Committee that I didn't think it was acceptable that we have been on limited assurance for now 8 years, and I don't.
That's a different question, though.
Well, no, true, but I think that I think we have good risk management in many of the operational areas. I think for the people who are doing daily incident management in the Channel, I think a lot of people who are doing returns flights, I think we are very focused on health and safety in areas where we need to be. I think some of our risk management is great. As it happens, I think that the risks in the annual report, published in the annual report and accounts, I think again are not quite aligned in the way I would like them to be with as clear in accountability terms. Sorry, you want to come in?
No.
On accountability terms, which is why I think in next year's annual report and accounts there will be a refreshed strategic risk register, because I think we need to be more strategic in how we consider our risks.
So, risk management is good at a micro level, but not a macro level. Is that what you're telling me?
I would say on operations, particularly operations where there's threat to life, risk management right now appears to me to be, from what I have seen, appears to be good. But I look back at things, I know that things have happened where obviously that wasn't the case. I mean, the Manson inquiry would indicate that there have been times where risk, even in those absolutely crucial areas, was not perhaps considered as it might have been, not prejudging the inquiry, but I'm just saying there's a question, right? The fact there's an inquiry would indicate there's a question. So I'm focused on ensuring that we are good at risk management across the board. I should say the limited assurance is about a culture as well of risk and compliance. So when I started at the Home Office, I looked at a whole raft of things, the small things that indicate whether this is a healthy organisation. I'm a big believer that healthy organisations are healthy everywhere. So you look at government procurement card spend. You look at expenses, you look at in-office working, you look at a number of small things, and they tell you, do you have good compliance with the controls you have in place? And a combination of the GIAA saying we were limited risk for 8 years, and what I felt when I looked at those things told me we don't have good compliance, and that's something I want to fix.
Okay. And yes, you've said to us today, you said to the Public Accounts Committee, you want to move beyond limited compliance. But then you declined to set a target when you were asked. You've just told how important targets are. Should you not be setting a target date when you get to that point?
To be fair, when I was in front of the Public Accounts Committee, I think I was 1 month in. So it seems reasonable to have not wanted to set a target at that point. But I will accept the challenge now. These things take time, and partly because the GIAA will review us on an annual basis. I don't want to commit to having sorted it for this financial year, for the end of this financial year, partly because it's a culture change that is required. There's a whole raft of things that need to happen on risk, but also on culture and compliance. And so I suppose if I'm in front of the committee, whenever it would be, and I had gone 2 more end of financial years, and we haven't fixed it, then I would expect to have questions to answer.
You're still in that post, of course, because things move on so quickly in the Home Office.
Well, I hope I don't get booted out just because we're not out of limited, but, you know.
Okay.